Last time on Babs Bear Talk.
He don't want no mashed potato. He don't want no baked potato. He don't want nothing mushy. No pasta. All he wants is rice pilaf. Yep. Alright guys, so I'm cooking some ham while Joe's doing the eggs. We got back late from the morning prayer. It was over by 7, but I went up and I spoke to the pastor today. Remember, I haven't been there in a while. And he's always so happy to see us when we're there. We did talk about the politics thing at one point, and I told him why I can't get over them voting for Jesus Christ. And my pastor listens, so that's not what I want to talk about, though. I want to tell you guys the reason why I went up to speak to him today. He didn't do it where he preached today. He had you go up and give your testimony as to what you've been through in 2016 and what you expect for 2017. So now you guys know I've been through a lot. So I went up there and I told this story about what we're going through and what I've gone through in 2016 and what I expect for 2017. And I always expect good. I don't expect bad. So this guy came up second to last. He's a tall guy in the church. When I used to go to the morning prayer that used to be held on Thursdays at 9 in the smaller chapel, with a different person leading it, this guy used to be one of them that would give a little 10-minute sermonette at the end. So I don't really know nothing about the guy. I don't even know his name. I don't know if he's an elder, a deacon, whatever. I don't know what his position is, but I saw him. He got up and he gave his, I don't know if you could call it a testimony, because apparently he's been going through a lot. And it's even worse than I've been going through. Let's put it that way. And at one point, something just hit me that this man could be suicidal. So I wrote on a piece of paper. Let me grab the paper. Hold on. To Joe, I said, he don't have no gun, right? And then when he was done, I said, that man's suicidal. So I went up afterwards to the pastor. I said, can I see you for a quick second? Because everybody wants to flock him and hug him and wish him Merry Christmas and give their little testimonies personally or whatever. And I said, that man is suicidal. I got that in my spirit. I don't know it to be fact. I said, I just can't shake this feeling. And the pastor was like, oh my God. Did you see? That's why I had the other brother in the church go pray for him, because I had to stay here and stand watch. Because when he put his hands in his pockets, though, I was like, what's going on? He had the same vibe. What?
He went up, brother. I did that.
No. If Brother Adi was praying for the guy and the guy tried to pull something, he would be free to grab the guy, because he says, I could grab him right there. What's going on over there with that computer, babe?
I don't know. Even the app. I put it down just like say, somebody shut it down.
And so I said, I saw you. I said, I didn't know if you noticed, because you're sharp like I am. You know, you're sharp. So I saw you, sending Brother Adi up there to pray on Brother Adi. Brother Adi didn't play. He prayed the devil out of that man. He prayed the devil out of that man. And so afterward, the pastor started revealing to me a little bit without telling me too much of the man's business, because the man done put all his business out there in public anyways. And he's all like, da-di-da-di-da-di-da, and he better do right, because that's why he's in this predicament, because he keep doing wrong. And I'm saying, I don't care about none of that. They said, he's always been kind of like a cocky person anyway, so maybe that's what I picked up on. That man is broken inside. That man is, and you don't want a man to reach the point where he's broken inside, because that's when he act out and do crazy things. Well, let me tell you guys something funny. The pastor knows a lot more about Joe today. We've been going to that church since 2008, off and on. And the pastor don't really know nothing much about us. His wife has a good memory, so if we tell her something, she might retain it. He don't retain what you tell him the minute he walk out the door. He got a free mind. But I was telling him the story about when Joe was a kid growing up in Belize. Joe, how old were you? And this teacher beat him for whatever reason. And Joe pulled out his machete at the teacher. And the pastor was like, what were you doing with a machete in school? And he goes, I had to chop the yard. That was what the boys did. And so I had my machete, and he, did me wrong. And so I pulled, and he goes, what were you going to do? He goes, chop him, duh. The way Joe said, chop him, duh. And it was just me and Joe and the pastor and this other lady. That was so fun, and the lady had a good sense of humor, and we were laughing and talking and just really having a joyful morning from 7 to 9. We came home. The pastor said, really and truly, though, he's going to take it very seriously, and he's going to look into this man. The man goes and golfs with him every now and then, so he's going to start monitoring. And so I asked him what the man did for a living. He said it was a butcher. I said, oh Lord Jesus, this gonna get personal. He gonna come with a knife. Eek, eek, eek. Like Norman Bates. I don't mean to laugh, guys. I'm really not laughing at the situation, but it's just like when I was telling the pastor all these things, he goes, where you get this stuff from? I say, I watch Criminal Minds. I'm telling you, Diana, the killer, girl, the killer. Jada had a really bad day yesterday because the math teacher finally posted her math grade. She has gotten all her other grades and she's passed all her other classes. This math class is one that she's been repeating because she got a D on it when my mom passed away. You know, she couldn't stay focused on her studies that whole month that mommy was sick and blah blah blah, and anyways, they had no mercy on her, so she got a D and she was retaking the class. And I remember every time she would take one of her big tests and stuff, she would send me her scores, and she was doing really well. And then she came out of the bathroom yesterday. She was in my bathroom and I was there at the desk editing, and she was bawling. And I was like, what's wrong? I thought maybe she twisted her foot while she was in there, but then she had her boot on because that boot is supposed to protect her ankle, right? I'm like, okay, what's wrong? So I jumped up and I said, is everything okay? I thought maybe one of her friends died or something. And she said, I got a D on math. I got a D. I'm like, well, how could you get a D? You can't get a D when you get the kind of scores you were telling me. And she wasn't lying. She was showing me the scores. And so I said, you need to fight this. You really and truly need to fight this because you were getting the grades. So she emailed the teacher, and this is like around, I'd say around 2 in the afternoon yesterday, and we were getting ready to do our date, and I was taping 2 shows, and oh my God, it was a crazy day. And so she emailed the teacher. She and another girl, she and 2 other girls were studying together. The second girl, Antoinette, was getting the same grades Jada was getting, so she was expecting a good grade also. She got an F. An F does not mean fantastic, okay? Like this little kid told me when Josh was in kindergarten, I got an F, it means fantastic. So the other girl that was failing all her tests, she got a B. And so I told Jada, what the hell happened there? So Jada and Antoinette wrote the professor and said, what's wrong? We were getting all these grades. You told us we were good. Even if we fail the final, we should be able to at least get a C. And what happened? Did we really fail the final that badly? And so he contacted the other girl more quickly. Well, I think he contacted them both at the same time, but Jada was so overwhelmed she went to sleep. And so the girl is in Big Bear, so she doesn't get a lot of connection to call out of there, but she texted Jada and said, go check your email because he contacted me, and he gave me all my grades for my different tests and stuff, and they were all wrong. I don't know what he's doing, because I guess this teacher was very disorganized the whole semester. Jada said he's a nice enough guy, but he's very disorganized. And so Jada went to go check her email, and lo and behold, he was telling her all the reasons why she got this D. And Jada was like, no, I got my test right here in front of me. I've got the receipts, so to speak. And so she snapped picture with her phone and she sent it back. Of course, when she got wind of the email, it was already later on in the evening, so there was no way this guy was going to contact her last night. So she was tortured last night. And then this today in the morning, I went to the early morning prayer, and I told her, I prayed for you, babe. You did the work, you know, because faith without works is dead. You did the work. I prayed, because you got to put them both together. You know what I mean? You got to do the work and pray. And now we're waiting to hear back from this professor.
And I already changed it, and I went and looked and you changed it.
So say it so they could hear.
I gotta see.
You gotta see.
I have to take this card.
You're not even gonna fight for your B. You gotta see.
I'm bad with the C.
No, we're still praying for your little friend Antoinette.
Yeah.
Antoinette, come on, Antoinette. You're gonna get a C too. It got resolved. See, you fought it. I went to church because faith without works is dead. I could have gone to church and prayed all I wanted, but if you didn't call that fool or email that fool and fight it, you would have never gotten your right grade. I'm so proud of you, baby. Fight! Sometimes you're gonna have to fight.
Not today, Satan. You said it. Not today.
If you're wondering what's up with my voice, I am sick. I have a sore throat. Well, it's on the way out. I can actually like not feel pain right now. Then again, I'm on so much ibuprofen right now.
Joshua has laryngitis.
Shut up. No, don't say that. This is Jada. She's driving. Guess what we're going? going to In-N-Out, get ready to wait in that long drive-through line. God, I wish I had an In-N-Out. I make so much money.
Wednesday.
You don't know, these people are crazy at In-N-Out.
That's true. It's cold and rainy.
They gotta get their In-N-Outs, man. Look, there's a line. I told you there was a line. It's not huge. Oh, it's pretty huge. Look at that. Jeez, look at that. Look at that. Oh, it's a big, look at the big line. This is why I want to own an In-N-Out. You're never broke.
But you can't.
No, you have to be with the family, right?
franchised.
Yeah. You have to be family to do one.
Stop getting in this line, everybody.
Oh, and we're circling. We're circling. Oh, them throw up. Oh, it's not that bad.
Better not throw up.
It's not that bad. It's not that bad. Look at this guy. Look at his license plate. It just has a creepy baby on it. He just bought this car, I guess. I don't know if you guys want to see our order again. It's probably going to be the same thing. Look at her face. She's in her death robe.
Dun 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 dun.
Oh yeah, spoilers for the new Star Wars movie. Darth Vader goes ham on everybody.
Let's do Jada explains Pretty Woman in the car.
Do we have time?
Yeah.
No, does the mom want to do this as a separate thing?
She doesn't care. She said it was fine if it was in the vlog. It's a Pretty Woman. Oh wait, I'll do it proper.
Yeah, it's like, plus we're gonna, as soon as you start talking, we're gonna get up to the part we gotta order. Oh, creepy baby. You can't see it. Hold on, let me see. It's gonna make a lot of noise, but I don't care. We're gonna get this shot of creepy baby. Look at it.
You only drive Lexus 250.
Look at that. That's so creepy.
Not even 350.
What a loser. Only, oh no, it's only a 250. What a loser. Loser.
And me, you buy the 250, you gotta buy 3. Remember that video?
Yeah,
Like,
auntie.
why you drive Lexus? Who is honking?
Okay.
Who is honking?
We're not blocking anything, so.
No, it's not us. I think it's on the other side. I'm like, you knew what this was.
This thing only has a 9'4" clearance. We're gonna tip over. We're gonna hit the top.
No, we're not.
This car's huge.
This car is not even.
Cars are weird, man. How tall do you think your car is?
Probably like 6 foot.
No, I'm taller than it. Like, am I? I don't know. This is where you come to this vlog. We contemplate things such as
The height of a car.
how tall am I? Is the car taller than me?
And I don't think the car is taller than yours.
Oh, IHOP sucks.
Yeah,
Screw your IHOP. I don't want any endorsements from you. I don't like you. Expensive and your food is subpar at best.
it's true though. Last time I had IHOP, it was when we were gonna go to Blaze.
Yeah.
The morning before.
Yeah.
It was such like a waste. Like 2 people was like $32.
Jeez,
Yeah.
that's more expensive than Chili's, and Chili's does pretty good food.
Yeah, I'm like, how did that happen? Me and Dad didn't even get anything ridiculous. IHOP's just ridiculous.
I remember we went there when we went to go see Megan at Disneyland, and the food was really dinky and small, and it was expensive. I forgot what I got. It was like
IHOP?
yeah, we did. It was an IHOP because Megan and them chose. If we chose, we never would have went to no bloody IHOP. Yep. The food, like, I think I got a burger, and it was a little dinky burger, like a little $1 burger, but they sold it for like, what, 16? Something ridiculous like that.
Yeah. I don't know if that was a guy or a girl that just passed us.
I assume girl. I'm bumming it today. Look at my eat up shoes. This has a slipper mode and a shoe mode when you pull this out. Look at that. You can see. On the other one, you can see my toe better, but oh, you can see my pinky toe on this one. Hold on, let me get it out.
God, no one wants to see your pinky
Everybody
toe.
wants to see that. I can't do it, but sometimes I can get the pinky hole out through that little hole. It's pretty cool.
That's truly what you do on the 21st of December.
Yeah, Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy Kwanzaa.
It's not Kwanzaa.
Merry Hanukkah. Christmas or Happy Holidays. I don't want to be offensive. I never got that though. Like if someone said Happy Hanukkah, I'd be like, okay.
Thanks.
Happy Hanukkah to you too, buddy.
To you. Hey, if I could celebrate all of them, I would.
Right.
Christmas, I'd celebrate it. Then Hanukkah comes.
Hanukkah's pretty sweet. You get like what, 10 presents or something like that? No, 7? 7?
I thought it was 7.
Yeah, 7. It's for every candle that stayed lit. So I think menorah is 7. I think.
Is it 7? Is it one big one and then 6 on the side?
I think it's one big one in the middle.
Not 6 on the side, 3.
I think it's one big one in the middle and then like 3 on the side. I mean 6 on the side.
No, it's 3 on the side, on each side.
Oh, whatever. They know what I'm saying. I'm jacked up on ibuprofen right now. I'm not all here.
Oh my god. You act like ibuprofen's like Norcos.
Can we just talk about how awesome ibuprofen is? It makes everything better. I'm not addicted to ibuprofen. Just chill out. You can't get addicted to ibuprofen.
You can get addicted to anything.
I need some more ibuprofen. It's mine.
I was like, who is that?
Columbus, Ohio. Let's see who that is. I don't answer the phone unless I know who it is.
Hello? Hello? I think you have the wrong number. No. Bye.
No one calls me, so you know.
They're looking for Ted Stroman.
Ted Stroman.
Why do you have Bluetooth on?
It's not on.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, turn that off. People are getting my information. You guys want to see my sick dope wallpaper? That is original by me.
Mine is better.
That's how I can see today. I might use my own characters as my wallpaper. That's how I do it. Hold on. I don't know if Mom can show this in the vlog. She's crazy curvy, so.
And this clip, I need to tell you guys.
Okay, I'm gonna go get some gossip and I'll be back maybe. Bye. Kisses. It's not too packed in there, but there's always people in there. Like if you have to, when are they closed, Jada? They don't stay open all night, right?
No, they close. They close at like 10ish, 11. I think it's like around 10 maybe.
Yeah, take a look on the inside. I like this place because it's really simple to order. I think I mentioned that in our last time going here, but that's why I like it.
Yeah.
It's real nice and easy unless you know the secret stuff. Oh, people wanted to know the secret recipe last time, or not recipe, but you know what I mean, menu.
Like what we do.
Tell them a little bit about what we do here.
What we get. Usually if you just get like a regular burger, they'll put like those onions that are not washed, like the raw onions.
The ones you don't put in vinegar.
Yeah, and then yeah, I mean what we do, our burger is a double, so it's a double cheeseburger, but we add extra toast on the bun, so that the bun's toasted and crunchy. And then we add chopped chilies for spice, ketchup because it kind of calms everything down. And then animal style means that they fry mustard. They fry the mustard.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, because normally they don't put mustard in their burgers. Normally it's just spread. And like
the spread's pretty good too.
Yeah, and the meat and the stuff like that. So ours has spread, ketchup, and mustard.
Oh.
Yeah. So like it just has like a bunch of different flavors. And what else do I put in that? I don't want tomato in mine because it's too much sometimes.
I like it in mine, but the tomato has to be good. It can't be like a dying tomato. It's gonna be awful and soggy. It has to be a nice, good, firm tomato.
Yeah.
But
I don't know, just because I think I put too much stuff in this burger anyway, but I need to take like some items out, and I'm not the biggest tomato fan.
Tell them about the fries, how you think we got it down.
The fries are weird. I'm not the biggest fan of like,
nah, the fries aren't that great, but they're not bad, but they're not, there's way better out there.
Yeah.
But tell them about the different levels of fry.
There's light, there's medium well, there's well done, there's light well, there. If Colin was here, Colin would tell you every single thing.
We gotta talk to Colin because he works there, so he's a man on the inside.
He's over there right now.
But his is far from us, right?
It's not far, but it just doesn't make any sense to go to his
when ours is right here.
Yeah, ours is like right here.
Yeah, that's true. Ours is like a hop, skip, and a jump away.
Yeah.
But we used to get our fries well done, but it wasn't good. They were like super hard.
They were like grainy, like kind of like you're eating sand.
Yeah. So the light well's not bad. They're still crunchy, but they're not all super hard. So if you're coming in and out, get light well if you're like me and you like some good crunchy fries. Well, crunchy fries. I wouldn't say good. Not horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Their burgers are good.
Their burgers are very
I just don't
good.
like the fries. And they say the fries are weird because they're like super organic and they're super like yummy.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, their potatoes are organic, so that's why they have like odd shaped potatoes, and sometimes they have those huge potatoes. But I'm like, I don't know. And then I think they fry the potatoes in like good oil too. So that maybe they're not that great.
Well, all fast food is not healthy. They're like
they try to healthy it up.
Yeah, they're healthy.
But like, if I'm gonna eat fries, I want them like at Charlie's Tasties. Like,
yeah.
Those big, thick, crispy fries that taste like potato. Like,
yeah, those are good. The wedges.
Yeah.
But you can mess a wedge up real quick, man.
It's true.
Stop saying copyright infringement.
That's what I have. Burgers.
We're not affiliated with In-N-Out in any way, but if they wanna if they wanna hook it up, let us know, because we like their food and we like.
We can do a taste test of things, like the Flying Dutchman, where it's just meat and cheese. Just kind of.
Sorry about that, guys. I am sick.
Theoretically.
They have a veggie burger, but that sucks. It's just like meat and lettuce. It's so depressing. Just get the burger.
Do you have a veggie burger?
I think they did, don't they?
No, it's grilled cheese.
Oh, whatever. Well, they use like lettuce for the buns though, right? To hold the burger.
That's a protein burger. It still has meat.
Oh, okay. Well, if you want to get a blast of protein, come here too.
I used to get those when I was like working out.
Yeah.
But I'm like, whatever. I want the bun.
Somebody works for Amazon, or they're a fan of Amazon.
Or maybe she has 2 jobs.
I think you just buy those. Pretty sure Amazon's fine with people advertising their stuff for free. Look at that.
Open until 10:30.
Oh, what time is it right now?
Open till 10:30 a.m. to 1 o'clock a.m.
Oh wow, they're open pretty long then.
Yeah.
All right.
I think they do clean up around 1.
Yeah, they have to. I think they only get like an hour cleanup like I used to. All right, I'm gonna end it here because my voice is starting to go.
Hey guys, it's about 5:45 in the evening. I just noticed that you guys were still asking questions. I love when you ask questions. I didn't realize. Please forgive me, Sandra, Diana, and Sandy. Please forgive me for not seeing your questions. You asked it on day number 17, and we're all the way on day number 19. So let me get that out of the way. Joshua and Jada went to In-N-Out. They just got back. Jory's at work. Joe's vegging on the couch. Nobody's going to the gym today because it is blowing cold. The winds are gusting up to about 65 miles an hour, and it's cold. All right, so let's go to Sandra. Sandra Kitwana. Ready, Sandra? Hi, Babs. If you and Joe had one country or state to visit before you both leave the earth, what would it be? Oh, notice my glasses. This is for like distance for right here to the computer screen. Okay, that's why I have different glasses. For Joe, I asked him this question for you just now, and he said if it's another state, it would be Nashville, Tennessee, because he loves country music and he wants to see the Grand Ole Opry. If it's an international country, he'd like to see Hawaii because he's already seen Belize. For me, I don't have any specific state that I would love to see except for the states that you guys live in. So Sandra, wherever you live, that's where I want to see. Helen, wherever you live, that's where I want to see. Diana, wherever you live, that's what I want to see. Are you guys catching the clue? Sam, the same thing for you. Terry, you know, I always say it's 8 of you, but it might be more than 8 of you that chit chat back with me. Sugar, wherever you are, that's where I want to see. You know, because I like to visit people more than places. You know, I don't have to see the Grand Canyon. I don't have to see none of that. As long as people are there and they're ready to receive me, I'm good. If it's an international country, I guess Hawaii like Joe, but Tahiti too, because we used to belong to Tahitian Noni Juice, and that's a network marketing company, and they were always giving away trips to Tahiti. We never won anything because I can't do network marketing. It's hard for me, and so who would call me right now? Hold on, let me see. Okay, hold on. It's an 800 number, so I'm not answering that. They probably want to sell me solar or something. Yeah, so yeah, maybe Tahiti. But definitely certain parts of Belize that I have not seen yet. Because when I lived in Belize, I only lived there for 15 years of my life, and I didn't get to see a lot of places. When I went back in 2013, there were only so many places I could see. So there are different parts of Belize that I haven't seen yet that I would love to see, of course. So the next question is, Diana, how come you forgot about me? Girl, if you only knew how I've been calling your name to the Lord. Yesterday morning, we went to the early morning prayer at the church. That's the first time I went back to the church since the elections. I didn't stay after the prayer, I just did it and bailed. And then this morning we went back. because this is the last one for this year and they won't have it until January the 3rd. I love the people who go to the morning prayer because those are people that are serious about prayers. And I was on bended knees today praying for Jada and her grades situation because she really needed to get that C. And the Lord delivered after she fought and after we prayed. And I prayed for all of you today when I was, because when you get there at 6 in the morning, you have to pray quietly to yourself for half hour. And then between 6:30 and 6:45, different people in the church pray out loud. And then from 6:45 to 7, the pastor gives us a small little sermonette. And by 7, you're out of there. He doesn't lollygog unless he's chit-chatting with you afterwards. And that's if you want to chit-chat with him and he has the time. But the service is done by 7 o'clock. And the people in there are serious. The church is dark. You don't get to see who's there when you first arrive. And you just pray. And that's all you do for that time, for that half hour by yourself, is pray, 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 pray. Okay, so I prayed for you, but I knew you were teasing. Because look at the next part of your question. That's not your question, but you really want to know, how does someone sponsor a video, and do you send money or the items, and how does it work? Well, it's not really sponsoring a video. If you guys want to sponsor, it's sponsoring the whole channel. And so I'm going to start soliciting sponsorship at the cooking channel, because that one uses a lot of materials, you know, to make the show go on. And I know that a lot of people have asked me how to sponsor. Like Shanika was sponsoring $1 at Patreon. I don't want to do Patreon because they take almost half the money that you give. So if you give me $1, they take like 40 cents. And on top of that, I don't know how to cash it out. On top of that, they kind of obligate you to give it every month. I mean, I suppose that's good for the content creator because they can look forward to that money every month. But I don't want to do that to you. A lot of times I want to donate, and I just want to donate, you know, when I have the money. I don't want to be obligated to a monthly donation, because then that becomes a bill, and I can't take another bill right now, guys. The bills are killing me. So I don't want that for you guys. So I have a paypal.me, and what it is paypal.me/The Bear Pantry Show, and that's where you can donate dollars. You were asking about dollars. You can donate $1 or $5 or other. So anything above $5. You don't have to do it every month. You can only do it when you have the desire or, you know, the budget to do it. And as far as donating other things to the show, Diana, you and I speak on the phone all the time, so you have my address. You can always just send things to that address, like little knickknacks and stuff, small little spatula maybe, you know, a pot holder, anything like that. That's cool. I love getting things like that. But I'm also going to work on my Amazon wish list, because I have some random things at my Amazon wish list, and these are things that I wouldn't necessarily want you to be purchasing for me, because some of them are expensive cameras. And I'm going to work on stuff like flour and baking powder and rice and things that I could use at the show. And then that way, if you wanted to buy it from Amazon, Amazon would send it to me. You know, so that would help free up some of the money that I could put the money into other things. You know what I mean? So that's how you would donate or sponsor. And right now, at the Angel Food Cake video that I'm editing right now to go up tomorrow, I talk a little bit more about the sponsors. And I have my little dry erase board. I'm going to have to figure out something else though, because the camera and the lights flashes back off of that dry erase board. But I have my dad's website because he did, you know, give some donation towards the show. My sister, you guys remember, she gave me the 25-pound sack of everything: rice, sugar, flour, beans, rice, sugar, flour, rice, sugar, beans. Yeah, she gave me a lot. And she gave me that slicer, you know, for me to review. So my sister is definitely a sponsor, and her website is planyournextevent.com. And then who else? I have Leah there, because Leah gives a lot of stuff to the show. Even when she's broke, she gives. And Maria and Dawn, because when Maria and Dawn came, they brought so many gifts to the show. And I just started it, so I feel like you guys should get some glory off of this, because I really and truly do appreciate your donation. And so now the question comes from Sandy Bourbon, Megan's mother-in-law. You always have to write that at the end, like I don't know who you are, so I'm going to call you that. That your full name is Sandy Bourbon, Megan's mother-in-law. So Megan's mother-in-law is your your hyphenated last name, okay? And then you said, thanks for answering the question. Thanks for the shout out and answering the question about the hat. Yeah, you're the one that told me about the seam of the hat. And you asked who made the blue one. And that actually is purple, but it come off as blue on the camera. Yes, I did it. I only have a little bit of skill. I wouldn't even call myself a crocheter. And like I told you, it's more frustrating to me than peaceful, because I always tend to go out of bounds and have to rip, 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 and rip. My mom calls me Jack the Ripper because I'm always ripping out my crochet stuff. Okay, would you ever consider writing a second cookbook, but with pictures and stuff inside, right? Sandy, the cookbook that I have right now has 12 pictures in there. Let me tell you how books work. So I'm not picked up by a publisher, so I'm what's known as a self-published author. Now, there's no difference between a self-published author and an author that's picked up by a publisher in the way of the fact that you are published. The Library of Congress, saw that you're published and they copyrighted everything within the pages of the book. You cannot copyright the name of the book. You can just copyright what's within the front page and the back page and everything else in the middle. So all my recipes are copyrighted. That's in that cookbook. I have 101 Belizean recipes in there that, they're uniquely my own and to my family. And I self-published because, one, I didn't know how to go about getting a publisher, and two, after doing my investigation, I found out a little bit of information about using a publisher. And the main thing is that when they publish your book for you, they pretty much own that book. So the only book you can get is the ones that they're going to give you a couple free or whatever, and then you have to buy it. And they're going to promote the heck out of you when they first get you because they want to make some money. And the minute that flashy new toy is old, they'll drop you and go to the next author that they want to publish, and then pretty much your book will flounder there if it did not make it to the top one or whatever it's supposed to go to. And then you have to buy back your rights to your book from them. And I couldn't do that with my Belizean recipes. They were too near and dear to me. So that's why I made the first book as self-published. Those are the two reasons why. And I could only afford to put 12 pictures in there because it costs a lot to make colored books. If I were to really make that a full-fledged color book where every page is color, the picture, and then, maybe the recipes have color in it too, it would cost me upwards of about $29 for me just to buy the book. And then to try to sell it back to you guys for like maybe $35, I wouldn't make anything at all. So I just picked the start of the chapters and I put pictures at the start of the chapters. When you see somebody have a beautiful cookbook and they have a colored page on every, at the start of every recipe or majority of the recipes, that book is being done in China somewhere for pennies on the dollar. But you have to buy a lot. You have to buy a good 100,000, for them to do all that. So I don't have the investment to do that. That's where a publisher, would come in and get all that done. And they would give me, what do you call the money they give you up front? I can't think of it right now, a deposit or something like that. I think it's a bigger word than that. And they'll give you that. It's not a stipend either, but they'll give you money up front for you to produce the book. And then they'll start selling till all that money is covered. And then you'll see if you're going to get more money from them or not. So they forecast a lot of things to see if they can really sell you. So that's why Laura in the Kitchen waited until she was that big to get her book published, because I'm sure she could have self-published just like I did. But she didn't want to self-publish because she wanted to wait until she had all that backing to go on ahead and get a publisher to get that book out there. And I don't know if her book's doing well or not. I didn't really check up into it. But I know that I don't want any publisher to own my Belizean recipes. They're uniquely my own and my family's, and I always want to hold on to that. So to answer your question, yes, I would consider doing a second book, but I would want a publisher to come on. I do not want to self-publish again. I self-published Jada's cookbook, and that doesn't sell so good because I really have not been able to devote myself to it to show what's in the book. Me and Jada we're really going to have to start doing that. And this publisher that I use, the book is done well. It's library quality paper, and I put the spiral in it because I want my cookbook to stay open. But when you're going to sell it to Amazon, you cannot have a spiral unless it's inside of like a big 3-ring bind folder, like the way cookbooks come now. And you cannot have color inserts, like the 12 inserted pictures that I have. They call it color inserts. You can't have that anymore when you're going to sell to Amazon. So the book that you would see at Amazon, that's my book. It's a perfect bound book, which means it's glued on the back. It doesn't have spiral. And when you open it, all the pictures are black and white, which sucks. I would advise anybody not to buy my book from Amazon. I did give permission to my publisher to go ahead and sell it through Amazon, and what's that called again? Distribute through Amazon. And I've only seen $60 in 5 years. And I'm not telling you my books are selling like hotcakes on Amazon, but you're going to tell me that that's all the money, one check for $60 in the first year. Here we are 5 years later. When I call this guy to ask him about any money, he's like, oh, I'm going to have to check. Maybe there was no money. Duh. You know, even Ex Libris, which is another publisher I used for my first book, even they send $10 a year, you know? So it's like, yeah, I want to do another cookbook, Sandy, but I want to wait until a publisher comes on board. And I don't think I'm there yet. I think I really have to have a lot of subscribers, at least 100,000 or more, for somebody to pick me up. Or maybe if I get picked up on a TV show or something. I just wanted to check before I finish editing this vlog. Did you hear back from Antoinette? No? Oh, I hope she got good news like you did. You're starting to sound funny, Mama.
No, I just choked out my spit.
Okay. Alrighty. Maybe tomorrow we'll get good news.
When the red button is on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, guys, see, I'm doing it. Ready. He doesn't want to go back on the boat. Splash.
What's the splash?
Yeah.